Welcome to First Look, a well-read magazine between the pages podcast. I'm contributing editor Robert Gwaltney, and it's my pleasure today to enter into conversation with Bruce McIntyre, the author of the memoir, There Are No Answers Here, Only Questions. Welcome, Bruce.
Thank you, Robert, and thank you for having me on First Look.
It's wonderful to have the opportunity to meet you. Before we get started, Bruce, I'm going to share a little bit about you with our listeners.
Okay.
Bruce was born in St. Louis and completed his education at Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri. He then found his way to Cincinnati, Ohio, and Procter & Gamble, and after marriage and many moves, he decided to leave nomadic corporate life and start his own business. The couple chose Charlotte, North Carolina as their forever home and have been a part of the community since 1979. His business, McIntyre Sales, was a food service sales and marketing agency that steadily grew over its 30-year history. He and Joyce are the proud parents of 2 and grandparents of 4. The couple now lives in a retirement cottage with their gregarious golden retriever and a shy indoor cat. Welcome, Bruce.
Well, thank you.
So, Bruce, let's begin today by you sharing a brief summary of your memoir for us.
Okay. Possibly the best way to do that is just to look at the back cover. And at the top, the very short paragraph, "There are no answers here, only questions," is the true story of 2 life-altering events and the personal transformation that resulted from their unlikely collision. It's the memoir of an owner preparing to sell his business and retire just as he is diagnosed with cancer. Faced with the choice of continuing with the sale and waiting to treat the cancer or putting the deal-making on hold while treating cancer, our business owner decides to take on both at the same time. Is this possible? Perhaps, but only if he allows others to step in while he steps back. And that's never easy when you're the boss.
Wonderful, Bruce. So I would imagine that writing the memoir was probably quite the personal and emotional journey for you. What would you say that you learned about yourself through the process of your writing?
Well, I I thought I knew myself pretty well, but that is the value of memoir, and I think it's probably better therapy than putting out all the thousands of dollars to see a therapist. You get to do it on your own time, and you get to dig into your head and think not just about your memory of what happened then, but why you saw things the way you did and then, and how you see them different now. And there's a real difference in how I view things today and how I came at them 30, 40 years ago.
What would you say?
I think memoir is a very rewarding and therapeutic form of writing.
Bruce, you said something compelling just a moment ago. What would you say is the biggest thing that you do differently now than you did before, and or the way that you see things?
As the way that I see the world, or the way I see writing?
Yeah. Let's talk about your worldview. How do you see the world differently?
Okay, that I have thought quite a bit about that, because one of the things that my developmental editor, Betsy Thorpe, who is wonderful, continued to ask was that I tell her more, that I go deeper, that I explain what that meant to me. And it's in doing that you really dig into your life and start to understand why certain things happen and why your viewpoint over the years. Today, it's that same mantra: dig deeper. There's more to this story. There's more, whether we want to talk about political divide or cultural divides or any other part of what's happening in the world today. There's a deeper side to that story if we keep talking about it. And my worldview, I think, has been altered by that.
So how has your family received your memoir? What has their response been?
Well, I don't say anything ugly about anybody, so that's a good thing. And they've been very supportive. They've read, all of them have read all or parts of it. They've offered critiques here and there. Um, One of our granddaughters was very helpful at the beginning in adjusting the opening so the whole story started moving faster. Um, in her 24-year-old mind, the opening started too slow. And I can appreciate that. So now the whole story really starts to unfold in the first 4 paragraphs. So it happens quickly.
Wonderful. So Bruce, in the realm of your writing life, what's next for you?
What happens now? Well, we get this one. This was only published the 1st of March this year, 2023. So there's the usual hoopla publicity thing that I've got to go through, and that's good. That's very educational for me. This is all a first-time journey. I'm 81 years old, so learning new things is good for people my age, I think. Um, there is another book after that, and probably one after that one. The After the cancer was taken care of, the business was sold, which was now 12, 13 years ago. There was a time of very active retirement there where Joyce and I traveled a lot. A lot of things happened. There are some tremendous stories in all of that need to be told. Um, then we made the decision to move into a retirement community. And so there's probably a very good story there. Retirement communities are a target-rich environment for authors telling stories, I think.
I can only imagine. So Bruce, how can readers find out a little bit more about you, and how can they purchase your book?
Well, the easiest way, of course, is to go to my website, which is www.charlesbrucemcintyre.com. And that will tell you more about me. And it will tell you it will list a lot of the praise that other authors have given for the book, along with speaking events coming up. And then it will tell you how to order. And that's easy enough online from Amazon and Barnes and Noble. The book is available either in a Kindle edition or hardcover or paperback. The Audible version will be along in a couple of months, or you can visit your favorite local bookstore, which is always my preference.
Mine
My
too.
local bookstore is Park Road Books here in Charlotte, and they have it on the shelf. And if you want it personalized, we'll even have me come in and personalize it and ship it anywhere in the world for you.
Wonderful. Bruce, I'm glad that you're well, and I'm glad that you're on this next leg of your publication journey. I look forward to reading your memoir, and I'm sure that all of our readers do as well. It's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you very much, Robert, and thanks for having me join you.
Absolutely. So, gentle listeners, keep turning those well-read pages. And until next time, I'm Robert Gwaltney.